Hello, everyone. We of the Year 12 class would like you to join us in remembering and commemorating 100 years of remembrance.
So, what is it that we remember? Remembrance Day is a time to think about and remember the people who have died in or been affected by wars and other emergencies. Why is Remembrance Day on the 11th? The 11th of November is the date which World War I ended in 1918. The war lasted for 4 years and resulted in civilian and military casualties to total to around 40 million. As previously mentioned, this year is major because it is the 100th year anniversary of Remembrance, which dates back all the way to 1921. This year, 2021, is the 100th year anniversary of Remembrance.
So we may ask ourselves, how do we remember? Every year, on the 11th day of the 11th month, people take part in a 2-minute silence at 11 a.m. to remember those that lost their lives in war. Remembrance Sunday is also a significant day in the calendar this year. It falls on Sunday, the 14th of November. But there are other ways of remembering apart from silent gatherings. One could also attend a service, wear a poppy, the symbol of remembrance, visit historical locations related to the war, share family stories, create refs, teach children about the events of and period of the war, listen to songs from the era, and spread awareness about the importance of remembering. We can also see that remembering has changed over the past 100 years. Before, there were a lot more, remembrance was done through more traditional means of respectful shrines and reminiscent photography. Nowadays, these means have evolved due to modern technology, which allows us to learn more in depth about the older era through said technology. But regardless of how we do it, remember has and will always continue to evolve.
The concept of Remembrance Day was born through respecting and mourning the lost lives of soldiers in World War I. However, not only do we remember those brave soldiers, but we remember all of our loved ones, those lost in tragedies, pandemics, wars, and all else. We use this day as a token of respect for these people, and we honor their lives by remembering them fondly.
The significance of poppies. The poppy has a long association with Remembrance Day. Scarlet corn poppies grow naturally on the condition of disturbed earth throughout Western Europe. Once the conflict of World War I was over, the poppy was one of the only plants that grow on the barren battlefield.
From Macrae's poem, In Flanders Fields, the poppy is a symbol of memorial. It came to represent the sacrifice made by his fellow soldiers and became a lasting memorial to those that lost their lives during World War I. It was adopted by the Royal British Legion as the symbol for their Poppy Appeal, which is their biggest fundraising campaign held during this month.
Now we'll take a few minutes to watch a video that talks about 100 years of the Remembrance Poppy.
100 years ago, an inspiring woman had a vision. A bright red poppy to honor veterans who lost their lives in the First World War, and to help raise support funds to help others in the aftermath.
The idea was conceived by Madame Anna Guérin of France, sparked by John Macrae's poem In Flanders Fields. Anna had originally founded a charity to help rebuild war-torn regions of France after the First World War.
Poppies made of fabric were sold to help her charity. She presented the concept to France's allies, including the Great War Veterans Association in Canada, which later became the Royal Canadian Legion. The idea was adopted, and the poppy symbol made its first appearance in Canada on July 6, 1921, the year of the first poppy campaign to support our veterans. To mark the symbol's 100th anniversary in 2021, the Royal Canadian Legion produced a replica of the original fabric pin.
The familiar image has come to reflect the sacrifices of fallen Canadian veterans from all arms of the military and from all missions, including 2 world wars, Korea, Afghanistan, Bosnia, peacekeeping duties, and other assignments.
Canada's Parliament entrusted the Legion with the exclusive right to use the poppy as the nation's symbol of remembrance and to safeguard its image, a pledge it honors today.
100 years later, the symbol is unmistakable. Its meaning still deep.
The poppy of remembrance honors sacrifice. The poppy of remembrance cries, never again. The poppy of remembrance reflects solace and support.
Anna Guérin's vision lives on.
To learn more about how the Legion helps veterans, visit legion.ca.
In Flanders Fields, John McCrae. In Flanders Fields, the poppies blow, between the crosses row and row, that mark our place, and in the sky, the larks, still bravely singing, fly scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders Fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe, to you from failing hands we throw. The torch be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders Fields.
On the slides here are examples of memorial sites in places such as Berlin, France, and London. Thailand also has its own memorial sites, one of them being the Kanchanaburi War Cemetery. In Kanchanaburi, Thailand, there is a prisoner of war memorial cemetery for the victims of the Japanese imprisonment during the construction of the Burma Railway, also known as the Death Railway. There are over 6,900 graves in the cemetery.
This is a Hellfire Pass memorial. Hellfire Pass is the nickname given to the railway cutting off the Death Railway. This is another memorial site in Thailand that can be visited. Prisoners of war were forced to work 18 hours a day to cut into the rock. Many of the prisoners of war died during the 6-week construction period, and over 700 Allied prisoners were killed at Hellfire Pass. Thank you for your time. We hope you have learned valuable things about Remembrance Day and choose to remember those who have lost their lives. Thank you.